All right, let's get this show started!
Most fight fans have heard the old saying that fighters should avoid sex before a bout, a belief especially common among old-school boxing trainers who often discourage any sexual activity during training camp. According to some reports, even Muhammad Ali abstained for up to 6 weeks leading up to a fight. Recently, UFC bantamweight champion Merab DVALISHVILI was asked about this on the Overdogs podcast, and his answer was nothing short of hilarious.
You said that you don't like to have sex for how long before the fight?
I do
He
all
does.
week, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't finish.
That's insane. That's
All right?
insane.
So Merab, did you hear that?
I see, I tried this one yesterday, but I did finish. But from...
Whoops.
So I try to 1 week stop everything, you know, like just be hungry man, you know. I cut weight like old school style, like I stop eating and last 2 days I don't drink, I don't do water load because I need 1 week to make weight. So that's why I stay away from the girls. I try 1 week, not to. So least like 4 or 5 days, nothing, because I'm cutting weight, and when I make weight Friday, I don't want to. Yeah, it's 1 day only. It's mentally, exactly. I just want to focus and that's it.
BJ Penn was arrested for the third time in 6 days on Friday before being released on bail. This latest arrest stems from Penn failing to appear in court, which was a violation of his previous bail agreement when he was taken into custody on 2 separate occasions for abuse of a family or household member. That led to a bench warrant being issued for his arrest. Penn was hit with 2 bail violations from those 2 arrests and ultimately released from custody after paying a $2,000 bond. According to a separate report from KHON2 in Hawaii, Penn requested that the bench warrant be recalled because he claimed he missed court due to him being sick with COVID. Obviously, the judge disagreed and Penn was arrested again. A judge also denied Penn's request for a restraining order against his mother Lorraine Shin based on allegations that do not establish a basis for relief. This is the second time a judge has denied Penn seeking a restraining order against his mother after making several disturbing posts on social media that several members of his family have been killed and replaced with imposters. While Penn's request was denied, his mother was granted a temporary restraining order against her son that requires him to stay at least 100 feet away from her at all times after she detailed how he inflicted extreme psychological abuse on her. Arman Tsarukyan's winning return to action continued on Saturday at ADXC in Russia as he submitted Patricky Pitbull Freire. Arman ended up taking his rivals back in the 5th and landing a rear naked choke with just seconds left in the round. Pitbull had put up a tough fight, noting prior to the bout that a win in such a setting could set him up for a UFC debut in the future. The victory was Tsarukyan's second since returning to competition in karate combat earlier this month. He took a decision that night against Makasharb Zainikov and is now setting his sights on a UFC comeback that he insists is imminent. Arman celebrated the win with his father, even playfully taking him down in the octagon. After the win, Arman said he'll be ready to step in as a backup for the upcoming lightweight bouts, ILIA Topuria versus Charles Oliveira and Dustin Poirier's farewell fight against Max Holloway.
Интересно, будешь ли страховать бой за пояс в легком весе?
Страховать не знаю, но однозначно, если они предложат, я буду.
Даже на суперкроссном или на
Да, я готов, буду готов. То есть я сейчас вылетаю в Америку и буду там находиться, если что-то травмируется, если UFC мне скажет, что ты готов, я скажу да.
А если Парье Холловой, если предложат также?
Однозначно, да. То есть сейчас мне нужно рисковать, так как я получил травму, и эту травму неправильно обрисовали, то есть не вышел, доктор мне сказал, что и как произошло, и люди Некоторые думают, что я там просто соскочил с этого боя и так далее. И сейчас просто нужно вернуться в строй. И что UFC скажет, то и будем делать.
Jon Jones recently partook in an MMA seminar in Phuket at Bang Tao Muay Thai, one of the country's best training facilities. According to the UFC heavyweight champion, the seminar broke the record for the largest event of its kind in Phuket. Mateusz Gamrot ended a somewhat lengthy layoff that saw him struggle to secure opponents when he took on LUDOVIT KLEIN in the co-main event of UFC Vegas 107 on Saturday. The former KSW champion was able to utilize his impressive grappling skills to smother and overwhelm KLEIN for the majority of the fight, this while holding his own in the striking department. After 3 rounds, it was clear that Gamrot had made it a clean sweep and would be walking away with a unanimous decision win. Speaking at the post-fight press conference, Gamrot addressed what's next and didn't hold back when sharing his thoughts on Benoit Denis.
The message and everybody knows, like before this fight, I'm looking for opponents. So many fighters turn down fight with me. Everybody can say whatever you want, but if you get offer fight with me, you say no. You know, I am guy number 7 in the world. Right now, I show the difference, how good I am, how is the guys without ranking. You know, I don't scare anyone. You know, I can fight with everybody.
You offered to fight against Gaethje in March. You offered to fight against Benoit last month.
I can change Benoit Denis nickname. He has nickname Good of War, but I can change this nickname my good of comfort zone. Because bro, he got the offered fight with me 1 week before. Many times he call out me like, hey, I wanna fight with Gamrot. He gets opportunity and he say no, bro. What the f? Good of comfort zone.
MAGOMED ANKALAEV has shared an alarming update on Alex Pereira rematch. At first, the two fighters seemed to agree on a timeline in the summer for their second showdown, but Pereira's rejection of a title shot at UFC 317 on June 28th cast uncertainty over that and drew backlash from the champion. And beyond just June, ANKALAEV has alleged in a post on X that the Brazilian also has no plans to return to action in July or August. With that, the light heavyweight kingpin wants to move on to other options as he is convinced that Poatan has no intention of a comeback. He tweeted, "Alex is done. He's never coming back. Let's move on. June, July, August. I said yes." Talk of Pereira suddenly retiring already emerged after a social media post hinted toward a falling out with the UFC. Pereira later explained that a post calling out the promotion for disrespect and threatening to walk away from the sport was made by a hacker. However, many, including MMA reporter Ariel Helwani, don't believe that explanation. What do you guys think about Pereira rejecting a rematch with ANKALAEV? Do you believe he might actually be done? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Saturday night's main event clash between Erin Blanchfield and Maycee Barber at UFC Vegas 107 was cancelled at the absolute last second due to a medical issue with Barber. The broadcast team, including former UFC champion Daniel Cormier, were stunned considering the timing of the issue. It was unknown at that time what had happened to Barber. Later on in the broadcast, UFC's Megan Oliveira caught up with Blanchfield backstage, shown below, and asked her what had transpired on her end. Blanchfield claims that UFC's Hunter Campbell came into her locker room to tell her the news and stated that Barber had suffered a seizure.
Is that when you just found out that this bout with Maycee Barber was canceled?
Yeah, Hunter came in, saying that she was having a seizure and she's having medical issues and that she's not gonna be able to fight. I knew once I saw him that it wasn't something good because he was kind of like being real serious. Yeah, I feel like I'm just a little disbelief.
At the post-fight press conference, Blanchfield didn't mince her words when criticizing Barber for her last-minute withdrawal.
Crazy, pretty unprofessional. Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight her again. I was literally in the doorway. I already had everything gloved up. All my corners were ready to go. Literally in the doorway, like getting ready to like walk out, and then was told. When she missed weight yesterday, I definitely thought that was strange. I didn't care. I was going to take her money. I would have took her win money tonight too, but There's definitely some concern considering we've had this fight for a while. You know, we're supposed to be the top 5 in the world, be professional, be the best in the world. So yeah, that was concerning. For her. Yeah, I don't know. She needs to look at another division. She needs to fix her life. She needs to just fix herself. I think she's a complete mess in every aspect of her entire life.
Blanchfield's post-fight comments stirred up a wave of mixed reactions throughout the MMA community. One fan reacted by writing, "If Maycee actually had a seizure, then this is a really bad look. If she actually had a medical emergency like a seizure, then pay some damn respect. This is a bad look for you." Another one wrote, "Talk about stepping over the line. Fine talk about her missing weight, but to say Maycee is a mess in all aspects of her life is messed. It's just a fight. Considering she's the one who revealed that Barber had a seizure in the first place, this is crazy. The only way this makes sense is if Barber's seizure was drug related." Another tweeted, "Is she retarded? Does she just expect Maycee to control a seizure? Health issues. Yeah, right. She's got scared and bailed. Release Maycee and pay Blanchfield both purses." Trash response for someone who had a major health concern. Another wrote, "She's not wrong. Maycee had a seizure because she cut too much weight in an unhealthy way. She needs to move up or make structural changes to her life/body to make 125. Erin is correct. Maycee was talking a huge game the entire week, knowing how tight of a line she was walking health-wise." Here are the top 3 memes found on the internet. Number 3 meme was posted by Effective Article. Number 2 meme was posted by Maycee DONE. And number 1 meme was posted by Andy MM. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest MMA news.